everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with my napkin journal, and I'm going to take out one of the signatures and I'm going to work on one of the pages. I'm not going to do this one first of all, but it will get done at some point, I'm sure. I'm going to work on this one. Let me just give myself a slightly fatter surface. I perhaps could have done that. I have stapled these together now, as you can see. Alright, let's see what we can do with that anyway. So I've picked out some napkins. I've gone with a bee theme today. So I've picked out this one and this one. And these have already had their backs removed. I think the bees are all the same on this one. But I also, after digging around, managed to find this one, which has got different bees on it as well, quite big bees. But I thought I might use one of those as well, or I don't really know. And since I'm quite new to all of this, you know, I don't really know what I'm doing. I have got some matte medium and I've got my napkins, and I think I'm just going to have a play. So let's put that there. I'm going to rip a bit of this one, I think. I don't think I want the blue, so let's take that for a minute. And I think I'll stick it over the sides and then just trim them afterwards. Not sure I came down far enough with that. Okay, so I'm just going over it with the matte medium as well. Smoothing it out, trying to be careful because eventually I'll just end up ripping it. Not that that's a problem because you can repair things with tissue, but if we can avoid ripping, that would be good. What have I got down here? Bear with me a minute. Let's put something there for now. I don't want to stick my pages together. Oops, and I've just covered that whole page, wasn't even thinking. Let's have a bit of tissue, napkin. There we go. It's got a bit of a wrinkle in it, never mind. I'm sure I'll get better at it as I go along. Okay, now do I want some more? Could put some more on. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do what I'm going to do with my big bees. I do want them on there, but I might have to put them on, might have to mount them on something, like something white, I think, to make them stand out more. We'll see. Alright, I just got to grab a few more bees here. Where do I want them? Maybe down there. Pop those on. Like that. Right, I think I need to let this dry before I do anything else. So I'll be back in a tick. Right, while that finishes drying, I'm going to take some water on a paintbrush and I'm going to take out one of these bees. I don't know not to keep the bee happy or not. I don't think I will for this, so I'm just going to go around. I hope you can see what I'm doing, just dropping a little bit of water because this will make it much easier to tear. And also tearing is much easier to blend in your tissue into your page if you've got a torn edge than if you've cut it with scissors and got like a square edge. Right, that's one of those. I'm just looking on the page. I don't know if I want another one. I might go for another one. Let's have another one. So we need a tiny bit more water there. And then we'll have this one. There we go. Pop that there for a sec. Right, actually I'm going to cut that bit off because it's damp and I probably won't use that bit, but I will definitely use the rest. So I'll probably, I'll say probably because it does say be happy, and I may pick that up and use that. We'll see. Right, so we've got those two bees cut out. What I've also done with that other napkin is I've just put matte medium down and put it on a piece of card because I think I might have a go at, yes, the F word, guys. I might have to fussy cut that. Anyway, I'm going to let that dry while I have another look at our page. So let's bring this over. I've got two bees that I want to pop on. I did rip the napkin, it got stuck on here. Surprise, surprise, but it's not the end of the world. We can work with that. Right, let's have a bee up here somewhere. Like I say, I don't really have a plan. I don't really know what I'm doing. But I thought it was time we used up some of my lovely napkins. Otherwise they just sit there and, you know, nobody gets any benefit from them while they're just sat in a box in a cupboard. Yeah. Right, this needs to be, let's just pop a little bit more on top if we can without compromising it too much. Right, let's let that dry. Make sure we've got some matte medium on all the white spaces as well in case I want to add something to those. Right, let's let that dry. Right. Let me just trim off these excess bits of napkin. Oh, that's where it all went then, round the back. Right, we don't need those. Might need that, we'll see. Right, I'm going to try and blend in some colours to make it look a bit more like it doesn't look like a napkin, but I need to make something that colour. Bit of orange, might need a little bit of yellow ochre, don't know yet. I'm just going to use my finger and we'll see what we've got. So this is going to be far too bright here, but hopefully we can find something that is not too shabby match. I could use a brush, but I'm not sure what to do around him. Might have to use a brush. Let me find a smallish brush. something like that. So I don't really want to, you know, go over the wings and things, because it's a bit. There we go. Just keep going around it. Right, hopefully we'll be past the fiddly bit, or the first fiddly bit, in a sec. Okay. Right, so let's see what we've got going on here. It's a bit orange, that. Just going to dirty it up a little bit. Perhaps could have, you know, got rid of half the bees, the ones that were half a bee. Never mind. I could do with, I've got some gesso, that might work. Because I think we're looking a little bit. Right, so I might just bring in a bit of that over here, because you know, I am trying to blend the two, so I'm not doing a fantastic job of it, but I wonder if a little bit of gesso might help. That sort of helps a little bit, doesn't it? It's a little bit too unnaturally orange, I think. Yes, I think that looks a little bit more like the original colour of the napkin. Hopefully I'll get better at this sort of thing then, the more I do it. Yep. Right, sort of happy with that. Okay, now let me continue. I've got to go around the other bee as well. Let's get that out of the way. Decided to go over his legs because you can still see them. That's a slightly better colour that we've got going on here. There we go, around his posterior. Right, then we'll go back to the fingers. That's a bit of a muddy colour there, never mind. Trying to cover up some of those half bees that we've got going on. And it's not too awful a match. Sure, I could do better. Right. I'll put a little bit more of the orange that we had through here. Completely forgot this bit here for some reason. I'm just literally going back and forth with gesso, orange, yellow and ochre, yellow ochre in different, just to get different you know, a different colour. It looks fairly well matte. I mean, it's not, I'm not expecting it to be perfect. That's a bit yellow. Now there's too much paint. It's still too yellow. Should have left that bit alone. Right, something like that anyway. Right, I'm going to leave that to dry for a minute and then I might do a bit of stenciling on top. Right, I want to come in with a stencil, and the only stencil I've got that has got sort of like hexagons or honeycomb type thing is this one, which has got part of You know, it's got a nice pattern, but it's not terribly useful if you want to do, you know, if you want a large area. So I'm going to have to try and give myself some space if I want to use this. I don't know how well this will go, but we will see. I've got some brown paint because I thought we could do with something a bit of a contrast. If we don't like it, we can always cover it up. Yeah, it's not so bad. So we're going to have to just work with what we've got. Which annoyingly isn't much. I could do with some down the bottom, but let's try. I just have to rotate everything, I think, to try and get everything. Let's try a bit of here. I'm actually quite liking it, I'll be honest. And I think we could do with a little bit at the bottom here somehow. If we can get across both of those pages, that would be great. I'm running out of paint, but I don't really want to get any more. Just for that tiny bit there. How's that? Oh, I quite like that. Right, let's let that dry, clean up that bit of mess. Right, I'm going to go sort of do something dark around the outside. Now I did cut out this bee, but I don't know whether I'm going to use it now because I quite like what we've got already, but we could pop that on there. I think that's the best place for it. Shall we pop it on? I can hear you all saying, no, leave it. I think I'm going to pop it on, or am I? I do quite like that bee. No, I'm going to put it on. I've got it. I'm going to put it on. What I need is another brush that I dare use for my matte medium. I've got a manky brush here. This will do. Right, I think what we'll do is I don't know if the matte medium will be sufficient to hold this on. I might have to get some gel medium or something to stick that on. Some heavy body stuff, but we'll see. I'm going to put it like that because its wings definitely are not going to go over the fold of the paper. They won't stick on there, I'm sure. I'm not 100% sure that this will stick. What we could do with is some baking paper or something similar, which I don't have, or a bit of plastic. Something that won't stick, but I can use to squash it down with. That might work. Let's leave that out because that was quite handy. Right, let's see if that dries. If not, we will attack it with something. Right, this appears to have stuck on fairly well, so I'm going to go around. I don't want to go around with my black Stabilo all, or my brown one. Decisions. I think I might do the brown one, and then if we need to do a black one, we'll do that. So I'm just going to go around, and this will it's water soluble, so hopefully it'll just give us like a bit of a definition so that we can see this here honeybee. Oops. Let's see what happens anyway. Right, I need a water brush really. That'll do. I've still got stuff packed from my holiday, and I'm keeping it packed because I'm off again in a week, I think it is. But this time I'm taking my mum and dad away, so I've hardly unpacked. I've just done all the washing and everything, but I shan't be unpacking all my art supplies. I'll just take the same things again, I think. Yeah, wish me luck, folks. I think they need a change of scene. It's been a long couple of years, and yeah, they won't get away now, I think, unless either my sister or I take them. So off we go. Right, I don't know if that's done a lot really. I'm half inclined to go in with the black one if I can find it. You know, I can never find it. I'm wondering if I took it away with me even. Oh, that's going to be annoying, isn't it? I think actually it's smaller than I think it is. That's why I can never find it. Does not appear to be there. Let's have a quick look at my pencil case. Ah, I did take it with me. Right, I'm just check it's the right one. Yeah, I am going to go back in with a bit of black. Maybe not all around. I think I remember using the brown before and being disappointed with it. Never mind. Remind me next time. Just want this bee to sort of stand out a bit. Let's try that. Also, perhaps with the napkin, even though it's got matte medium, it is kind of sticking. What's the word? It's kind of bleeding into it. So maybe it would have been better with a pen. There we go. That's something to remember next time. Perhaps would be better. Oh, this might be a bit dark now. Careful I don't overwork the napkin, even though it should have matte medium on it, which means I can sort of fiddle around and put lots of other bits on top. It's I don't want it to yeah, I think that will do. I'll stop fiddling with it, Stephanie. Right, let's go round the outside with some vintage photo. I very rarely use that, but I think this calls for a bit. So right, where are we? Not looking too shabby. Right, I want a white Stabilo All, not Stabilo All, what am I talking about? Uniball. And I'm pretty certain I did take that on holiday with me, so that's probably in here, yep. Let's see if we can add a little bit of something to the bee. Just doing a kind of a, well, I would say a wiggly line, but in some places I'm not even doing that. Give him a few highlights on his leg. Then that will do for him, and I think I might do something similar for these. I do love bees. Except, I'll tell you a funny story. When we were on holiday, we were watching the tide come in and a bee had got caught up in it, and it was exhausted and just lying on the beach, but the tide kept coming in and washing over it, and it'd like move up, and then I felt sorry for it, so I put my trainer out for it, and it crawled onto my trainer, onto my shoe, and it kind of sat there for ages, and I was walking ever so slowly back to show my family that I'd got this bee, and it was just sitting slowly, walking up my trainer, and then it got onto my sock, and then by the time I'd got to them, it had crawled off my sock and it was on my leg, and at that point I was like, oh, get it off me, get it off. I was all right with it on me, but I was terrified of it stinging me on my bare skin. So yeah, I had a bit of a panic there. Right, and now I'm going to put my words on, and I've cut them out using the Dynamo Dewberry, I don't know what it's called, label maker. But I think I'm going to, I don't know what, to cut them down a bit. I think I might just give them a little trim. So this is something my dad used to say to me and my sister when we were little girls, when we were out looking at wildlife and things. Bear with me while I don't chop my finger off. Just got, there's a little bit of extra white on here that I don't really want, and I'm trying to carefully trim it. There's that one. And this one. Just think it would look better. Now I'm going to investigate whether or not I can get different labels. These are black on white. I have somewhere a cartridge that does white on black, but I think you can do clear ones as well. So I'm going to have a little investigate and see if I can get me some of those as well. Right, so where we're going to put these, it says honeybee, honeybee, have you any honey for me? So I might just put them in sort of something along those lines. Let's do that. don't want them to be straight. Let's put that on, hopefully that will stick. I'll have to find out whether or not these stay on or whether or not I'm going to have to glue them on in future. Honeybee, honeybee, have you any? And it could be, you know, I'm not saying it's not, my dad made this up. It could be something everybody says, but my dad made a lot of things up. So it's very hard to tell fact from fiction. There we go. Honeybee, honeybee, have you any honey for me? And I think I'll leave that there. Don't think I'll go round those. I think I could draw around them. See, I say I'm not going to do something and then instantly think, oh no, do that, do that. Let me find a pen. Let's just, oops, I don't want to draw over it. Something like that. Not trying to make it look neat, as you can tell. Honeybee, honeybee, have you any honey for me? That will do, I think. And that's my first page in my napkin journal, which I really enjoyed doing, and I can't wait to do more. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay safe and well, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now. Sorry you haven't got rid of me. Just popping back to show you what I've done. After I stopped filming everything, I decided that it could do with a few white and black splashes. So I have just popped some on, mainly over the wings, but over the honeycomb bits where it just looked a bit sort of stark. So anyway, that's what I've done. I hope you can see that. Anyway, that's it. I really am going now. Cheerio for now.